In this video, we'll take a look at how we manufacture a custom tall cabinet. We start by reviewing the architect's design to figure out how the cabinet will need to be constructed. Using our engineering software, we then build the cabinet in 3D, making sure that all the needed parts and fasteners are accounted for. The software automatically calculates how each part needs to be machined prior to assembly, creates all the necessary programs for our CNC machines, and figures out the best way to cut all the parts out of standard material sizes. The software also generates our internal shop drawings, which will need to be approved by the architect prior to construction. The manufacturing process begins on our CNC beam saw, which receives the cutting patterns that were generated by our engineering software. The saw operator cycles through each pattern and offloads the resulting parts that have been automatically cut to their proper sizes. As each part comes off the saw, a barcode label is affixed which will be used to identify the part as it flows through our shop. After the parts are cut, they go through the edge bander. Any part that will have exposed edges visible in the finished product will get edge material applied to those edges. The edge bander automatically glues, cuts, and trims the edge material onto the exposed sides of each part. After the edge bander, the parts go to our CNC machining center. Parts are scanned to load the correct machining program and are then placed onto the machining center. The machine then automatically drills all the assembly holes and makes any additional cuts and grooves required for assembly. While on the machine, parts are held in place by suction pods which release automatically when the program is finished. The CNC Machining Center has numerous drill bits, router bits, and saw blades available to it, and it can automatically change out tools as needed. Cabinet sides will generally get assembly holes drilled for dowels, additional holes drilled for shelf pins, and a long groove cut to fit the cabinet back during assembly. The parts then move to our CNC dowel inserter. Parts are scanned to load the correct program, and then the machine inserts dowels at the proper locations in the edges of each part that needs them. The machine drills a hole, squirts water into the hole, and then inserts a dowel that is covered with water-activated glue. After the dowel inserter, the parts are ready to be assembled. Glue is placed into the assembly holes and parts with dowels are pressed into the holes. The back of the cabinet slots into grooves that were previously cut on the machining center. Once the cabinet box is assembled, it goes into our case clamp. The case clamp holds the cabinet box under pressure while the glue hardens. After assembly, the cabinet is shipped to the job site where final assembly and installation takes place. First, hinges are placed on the doors. Then the doors are attached to the cabinet box, which has already been placed into its proper location. Typically, on a smaller cabinet, the doors and drawers would have been attached in the shop before the cabinet was shipped. But on larger cabinets like this one, the doors and drawers may be shipped separately and attached in the field to make shipping and installation easier. Once attached, the doors need to be adjusted for proper alignment. Next, the drawers are placed into the bottom of the cabinet. And then the drawers need to be adjusted for proper alignment. The finished cabinet gets handles attached to doors and drawers, and shelves placed inside on adjustable shelf pins. While most of our casework is pre-finished before shipping, these particular cabinets were primed and painted at the job site. These drawers are set up to hold trash bins, which will be added later. This completed cabinet is just one of many that were installed at this job site.